Okay, hello everybody. You are so welcome. This is a new session from our sessions about the SDGs. Eco Training Center Sweden is pleased to announce this series of webinars related to the SDGs. In this time, we are so pleased to welcome Nada Rotovrik from Croatia to talk about the SDG number 8. If you remember, in the beginning, we talked about the sustainability, and one of the basic pillars of the sustainability was the economical profit. And this is the time we are talking about one of the main pillars of the sustainability related to the economy. Would you please, Nada, present yourself? Introduce yourself for others, as I don't have enough information about you. Sorry. And the floor is yours.
Just a minute, please. I sent to Mr. Sadeh. Is Mr. Sadeh here now? Is she here? Did she come? I sent to her all.
Mr. Siham, she is sick in the hospital, I think, now.
Okay.
So she will not be with us this night.
She will not be here. Okay. I will make a little brief profile about me. So who am I? I'm Nada Ratkovic from Croatia. I have a master degree in economics. Also, I have a master degrees in mechanical engineering. I'm working on the Faculty of Economics, Business and Tourism in Split, and also like a professor mentor in High Vet School, Vocational Educational School in Sin. I have a computer science. I'm an expert in computer science, like a manager, designer of ERP info systems. Also, I deserve many honorary doctorates, and I'm finishing my in Croatia now. I have a diplomas in STEM, like a STEM expert, certified accountant. I will not now numbering Microsoft and other programs, but I have in all this all programs. I'm a founder of many and coordinator of many national and global projects, European Erasmus Plus, air twinning, many STEM projects, also very active in national and international education organizations. Have many duties. I can say yes, here I'm a national coordinator for Croatia. But a proud country director for International Internship University, because it is in correlation, big correlation with my work, because I work on the faculty, and IIU is a really big and great virtual university. Also, I have other duties like I work in SDG board members, in administrative teams, in many global communities, also in my country for national agency. I'm a coordinator for education before ministry and education on the national level in Croatia. I achieve many awards. I'm a best teacher in my country for many years. Also have many international awards. In this field, many from twinning projects. This year, I received a big Global Edu Conclave Award 2021. In math, in STEM, in statistics. So today, it's enough about me. I'm not coming here to talk a lot about me, but really what maybe I didn't say. So I'm an educator, trainer, researcher, and a big scientist. I'm writing many scientific works. I published many, and also I'm a reviewer. That is for my profession, for my job. I need to write the science work, and that is why I'm very active in that. And when you write on many, you get a big chance to be a reviewer. So maybe one day one of your science work comes to me to review it. So thank you. Thank you. This is my little introduction.
Very distinguished list of achievements, Nata,
Yes.
in fact, and we are so happy, and I am sure we'll get more benefits from your presentation, and I hope fruitful discussion will be held here this night.
Thank you very much. Now I will share again. So, what will I can also said before 2 days, the big IAU SDG conference finished. I was mentoring and doing this that big project. So we do also, like here at Eco Sweden, we have every day, one day, one SDG. So we also have that conference, and I'm really proud on that. And now our dear Corina is also having a big international climate change conference. Today was the third day. Our Corina is our project mentor, and she's really doing that the best, and a great conference. So on many levels and in many platforms, we are promoting sustainable development goals, climate changes, because in every field today, in everything we work, it's a big correlation. It is necessary. So we can't say that the first SDG goal is alone. If we are talking about no hunger, no poverty, well-being, education, gender equality, whatever we talk, any of these SDG goals have a big correlation among itself. Today, my topic is decent work and economic growth. Yes, economic growth. We all know today that our working, our living. How can we talk about anything, or how can somebody who we know all that we have today, developed countries and non-development countries, and that is a big difference between living in countries. Now I will share my presentation. I can talk without presentation, but I know that everybody share it, so I will also share it. Okay. So thanks again, Eco Training Center Sweden. Here a little art from Croatia. This is our big artist. Here I make a little, here I show all our sustainable development goals, and what are their effects on the quality of life. And I put also some keywords: smart village, smart city, community, sustainable communities, mobility, energy, waste, and all. So like I said, social, societal, and environmental traits, sectoral approach, synergic effect, and development perspectives. For us, either we're talking about a local, regional, national, cross countries, global, these four are very important. Why? Because here in the social, if we talk about social, that is, we are talking about poverty. If we are talking about something what is in the sectors approach, that is education, that is natural biodiversity, and others. I want to say something first because I'm coming from Croatia. What about SDGs and environment in Croatia? So my country is one of three countries which have the biggest, I can say the highest share of damage to the GDP and climate events. In Croatia, we, according to European records, we have a strategic approach to the climate change, SDG 30. Also, we have many solutions for SDG 9. And I can say that is a big awareness. At the beginning, I present my country and said that we have really a beautiful environment and nature, but we have many damages. So from 2019, Croatia make a big national review, and it will be implemented till 2030 years. What my country, these are data from the government of Republic of Croatia. The country will invest 4 to 6 billions in SDG 7 in renewable energy, and that is really visible. When you go by our coast, you can see that we have many wind blowers who are taking care about our energy. Also, our focus is on 3, 6, 7, 9, 12, 13, 14, and 15. To be better and to take care about all the data, we have and established a big and great information system for planning, strategic planning in SDG actions. Also, as a country from European Union, we are using, we have our Croatia Bureau of Statistics, but we are using also the big European Bureau of Statistics, and our all results are visible, and we are sharing it all in this information system. 1 minute. Yes. Not only this Croatia Bureau of Statistics, Croatia has 22 counties. In every counties, we have a special bureau for every county, and after summarizing, that is statistic. I'm also working on this because my field is on faculty. I am in the quantitative methods department, and I am a professor of statistics, all kind of statistics, and one kind of statistic is also econometric, and econometric is taking care about this data in our information system. If we are talking about economic growth, this is really important. Technology, ICT. Without that, we cannot talk about our economic growth. Here I make a little short review through this SDG goal. Why it is necessary? So we know today that if we are not developed, if we don't have people, if don't work, if don't jobs, and if our wages are low, and if we don't have access to all of this before goals, education, to social life, to humanic life, to every part, we cannot talk about economic growth. So that is why here we said decent work and economic growth. This is affecting more for the woman than to the men, because we always can say that we women are not equal to the men's, but I can say that the situation is dramatically changing. And really, in my country, I don't see the difference between a woman and a man. Also, I can say that women today are great leaders. Many leaders, many women leaders we have. But if we want to define the word leader, who is a leader? So if somebody asks you, are you a leader? You will say no. Yes. Everybody of us today is a leader. So if you are a professor, you are a leader in your field in the education and the work. If somebody is an entrepreneur, he is a leader in his business. So that is something that people today must understand, that we are really all leaders. But in the next, here I find this, that in the next 20 years, the global, if we're talking about work trade, the situation uh, about the work and about the pay, it is, I found that we are expecting a big increase by 800 million people, and will be new jobs. What kind of jobs will be? In this time of a pandemic of coronavirus, we all see that if we are talking about education, many of us here are professors, teachers, and are working in the field of education. We can say that the education system dramatically changed. Yes, and it will never be the same like before. Why? Uh, all, all, all of us. Uh, where uh, where I can say that all of us today are educated and educated by high technology. I will talk a little later about this uh, in a correlation with economic growth. So let's see what economic growth must be. Economic growth should be a positive force for the whole planet. Yes, for the whole planet, we know that economic growth must be that. Also, financial, we will say financial progress, many jobs, and that financial progress, if we know, if we have smart cities, and many people lives in smart cities, and smart cities are crowded, and many jobs, but that is a dangerous for our environment. We must protect labor rights. I don't know, because we are most of us are coming from different countries. Um I am also one of the in my country. I am I'm fighting for a free Sunday. So free Sunday, we must protect labor rights. Free, I think that everywhere must be one free day, and in Croatia we are fighting for a free Sunday. Why? Because Sunday is a day when a mother must be with the children. Whole week working, a whole week children are going to school. Also, why we must go to the shopping centers at Sunday? We don't have to go to Sunday. So that I can say that it is also a big impact, have a big impact on the economic growth, and it must be stopped. It must be stopped. And this is a modern word for slavery. People are really today slavery, working whole day. And uh, today, I must mention well-being. Nobody is thinking on well-being. It must be a positive energy every day, and we here also today. I think that we must take a breathe deep, and think about well-being, because we are not, many of us are not sleeping enough, are not eating enough. I think are not eating the quality food, are not eating the food that is health food. So if we don't make a balance between our brain and our body, there is also nothing, yeah, because we first are the persons who have a big impact on the economic growth. And if we can't work, if we can't make our work on that on the way that it is that somebody, that our chief, our boss is asking for us, there will be no economic growth. So this here, we must promote job creation, access to the banking and to the financial service. If somebody asks you today, are you going to the bank? How are you getting money? Again, the answer is technology. So that we'll see little later. What to replace our banking? How can we categorize these SDGs in? So all these 17 SDGs are categorized in three categories: economy, society, and environment. Today, we are in the part of economy. 8, 9, 10, 12, 17 are categorized by economy. If we talk about society, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 16. And if we talk about environment, that is 13, 14, 15. Yes, climate action, life below the water, and life on the land. That is our environment. Here in this economy, sustainable cities, sustainable communities, this today topic. So you see here in this pyramid, hierarchically structure, the first is economy. And if we don't take care about environment, and if our society is not health, there is no economy growth. I here put little reminder what is SDG 8, what it promotes: sustained, inclusive, sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment, and decent work for all. All of this we mentioned. Advancing opportunities for women and men to obtain decent and productive work in conditions of, yes, freedom, equity, security, and human dignity. No freedom if we don't have freedom, if the women and men are not equity, if we are not security, if we can't go out, if we can't walk free, and if our rights like a human being are if not respected, we can talk about decent work. That is important for decent work for our employees, for our directors, for our bosses, whatever, principals in the schools, deans on the faculty. These four things must be respected. These four things must be respected. Here are the main targets. Here are the main targets, say 3, 8, 4, 8, 5. We know that all of our SDGs has also the targets. And if we talk about 8.3, 8.3 is promoting job creation, entrepreneurship, innovation, creativity. So for every target, we should have a solution for how to achieve. We all know that we have Agenda 2030 and that all of these SDGs, and in every SDG, every target must be achieved. What is important? Yes, but here in this first, how can we talk about innovation, entrepreneurship? If we don't have enough financial inputs. So first, to be an entrepreneur, you must have finance. You must have something for a startup. You can have an idea, but if you can't realize your idea, we cannot be an entrepreneur. for my students in every subject that I teach, I include this part. I include all the SDGs, and also I include entrepreneurship, because many of our students get out from the faculties, universities, colleges, schools. They can't, they are not independent. They can't start their own business because they don't have knowledge. Somebody is educating to be a engineer, but but in the time of his studying, he didn't learn nothing about entrepreneurship. And if you don't have the main knowledge about the law, about accounting, uh, I think that you can't be a successful entrepreneur. Because nobody today will take care about your business like you. And if somebody of our students wants to be on the trade competitive, we are the teachers. We are that persons who must give them all of these competencies. Even we talk about micro entrepreneur, macro entrepreneur, it is same for all of us. The second target is improve resource efficiency in accordance with sustainable consumption and production with developed countries taking the lead. Yes, I think for this target, the developed countries really must help the others. Gave them a chance also for a sustainable consumption. Achieve full employment for all women and men, including young people and persons with disability. Yes. Uh, my society my society has special programs for these persons with disabilities. Also, me, I take I invest a lot of time for making digital platforms for these persons with special needs and disabilities. For that also, I get a big reward from my national agency, and really I am working a lot on this field for the persons with disabilities. Also today, we in Croatia we start with our classes, and today I get a new student, a student who is blind. If we are not educated, if we don't have knowledge about that persons with disabilities, like today, what will I must do after this today's presentation? I must go and try to find how to learn this student to make tasks, because the problem are numbers. How can he write numbers? How can he use the computer? So it is really hard to all of us when we have that persons, and that is why we all must be educated and invest many time, a lot of time, to help our students and persons with disabilities. Target 8.6, proportion of youth not in employment, education, training. But let's say for this, reduce the proportion of youth. Okay. Measure 2, eradicate forced labor and modern slavery, human trafficking, that we said. Protect labor rights, also said. By 2030, devise and implement policies to promote sustainable tourism. What about promoting sustainable tourism? Why today every world is calling for tourism? I don't think that tourism must be on the first place. Yes, Tourism creates jobs, promotes our culture and products. But for me, tourism, this tourism, maybe if we talk about tourism in the he is devastating our environment. And for me, nobody can make me sure, and nobody can say to me that tourism must be the first. Yes, sustainable tourism, but I don't see that sustainable tourism yet. I didn't see that in Spain. I didn't see that in Greece. I didn't see that in Italy, in my country. So we are, I can say, we are using the word sustainable, but I don't see yet what is the meaning, real meanings of that sustainable tourism. 8.10, expanding the access to financial services. Okay. And here 8A, Global Jobs Pact of International Labour Organization. Okay. Here, natural resources are at the foundation of socio-economic systems and at the core of our development needs. Indicators under Target 8.4, we see Target 8.4 like footprint. I mainly practice with my students with the footprint, ecological footprint, and also not only ecological, digital footprint, because everything we put and we everything what we put on the social medias, there are it is hard to it is hard. That is a footprint, and that is what is very visible, and many things you can delete. And protecting data and data protect is for me very important. So many time also spent on the digital footprint and on the ecological footprint. If we talk about economics growth and natural resources, here said you had a hand in the entirety of humanity's history. Humanity's history, the hand. How can a nation possibly be prosperous without the depletion of the global natural resources? A nation cannot be possibly by prosperous without the global natural resources. I agree with that answer. Here I show, here is here on this picture, we can see we always come environment, government's policy, regulations, individuals like me, like we need new technology, new needs. Government is giving us the policies. As I said before, we in Croatia to 2030 will invest 4 to 6 billions in the environment. And here we have technology, individuals, and government. I can say that that is a cycle, a process that is all it is exchanging. Today at the conference, today at Corina's conference, were many speakers, and today we hear many innovations. The topic is climate change, climate action, and everybody is talking about for everything, reuse. And one participant, one speaker said, repeat. And I agree with him with the air that is for air, repeat, because you see here, government is giving us the policy, regulations, trademarks. We like individuals must we must take care, we must do work behind that laws. And who will improve that for us? Technology.
Está bien.
And that is why I chose for today new economy for the growth, economic growth, new economy called digital economy. New economy called digital economy. So, how is starting the digital economy? I use one example from taxi Uber, uh, because taxi Uber started at 2014 in Europe, but now we have a modern applications, modern Uber. He created the European transportation market and shared the transportation app. Today, in many projects, also I am working with my students on a smart eco village, and we also make an application, an app for our village. It is something. It is working similar like this for Uber, but it is not for transportation. It is for well-being and for uh, for well-being of our citizens in the rural areas. What with this transportation app? This is a simple mobile app and have few algorithms, and anyone can be a taxi driver without any training, paying taxes or social security, and without regulatory restrictions. So you see who can be a taxi driver? Everybody. Everybody. And who is improving that? It is improving our transportation app. What about others' views in this digital economy? Scientific community, also our politics in the work, on the work trade, they all are using this Uber. I don't know in your countries, do you all have this taxi Uber? But for transport sector, it is very important. Like a passenger, like a passenger, uh, like a passenger advantages. What is a symbol of the end? We can set wage labor, liberalization, and expansion of global competition. Big competition between the taxi drivers. Also, uh, this digital tool will, and when, uh, if the working hours were little, if you work uh, less hours, no, and said this will be Diane a one social model because there are no more labor laws or regulations on working hours, no more working hours or offices. There are no dismissal procedures and no more collective labor activities. It this app replace all of these things. So a little app replace all this. Uh, Here I took one part of from Financial Times, said this phenomenon is a symbol of complete break with the previous practice. So today we are talking about Uberization, economies, companies, and all are afraid to become Uberized. Yes, Uber is only a symbol for this economic today, modern economic growth. That is why I choose this Uber. So from taxi drivers to television networks, to filmmakers, to restaurants, to banks, this way and these companies do business are changing so fast that many companies are barely keeping up. This is that our technology is rapidly growing, and technology day by day. Today, what you know, tomorrow is forgiven. Unfortunately, true. So we must be every day, step by step with new technology. What is a definition about what is that digital economy? So this Uber shows is an example, and we show with him that it is an economy based on technological innovation and on economy for which data is the basic raw material. What are technology innovations? What are that data basic? What is basic raw material? How can become and how find like for computer that I mean for economy? How can find the driver who will push the energy in the development of our economic growth? That is the question. That is the main question. Which drivers? How can find that drivers? So what is important for our economy in the future? What can we enable by the development of digital economy? We are coming to the term called big data. Big data. And how can we connect to big data? All of us have new mobiles, smartphones, apps, laptops, and many other we are all using that high-tech technology, high-speed technology, and big data is the biggest level, and big data can connect all this data and is connecting all this data by our internet platform. That is what I say. Mobile phones, tablets, which enable consumers, workers, and service providers to access to the internet. That is first step that we have that for digital economy. What are the results? Results of the trends. We can say disappearance of borders and distance thanks to networks. Yes, there are. We don't have borders because today here colleague is from Sri Lanka, colleague is from USA. We don't have borders. Really, we don't have borders in technology. How can we create new networks? How can we create new raw materials? This world raw materials, I think it is not the real world to explain that. But in the digital technology, this term is constantly used. So how can we create that raw materials? How can we create platforms? Yes, many platforms, many companies are working on this system. All these virtual companies are working on this system, like a modern digital company. And here is the big I can say advantages and challenges. What is here the best? We don't have boundaries now because arising our boundaries between the workplace, resting place, or home. Who can be happy today that today I'm not in Croatia. I'm not working from my home. I'm really working in the faculty in the real place. But I can say also that who can pay that when you are working from your home? It is not good for our students, and I adore technology. I adore technology, but I always use the sentence. I always will say, there is no technology that can replace our life world, also our teaching face to face in living. But for this but how the time is going very fast and everything is moving for economic growth. It is really good when you are working at home because the time is also necessary. Somebody is traveling to his work. Somebody is traveling to his work 2 hours. In big towns, people are losing the time. And so when we think about it, how many work can you make in 2 hours? You can make many works in 2 hours. There is also a loss for our economy. So when we analyze, when we try, and when we think about that, this digital economy and is making good for the economic growth. Here, I show here the cell phones who are making the manufacturers. Also, it is possible to buy one for 400. You can for $400 you can buy a smartphone that has the performance that a supercomputer that in 1975 cost 5 million. Here we come again to big data. I want to today for this decent work and economic growth, I want to everybody to be clear what I'm thinking about this technology, this big data, because I'm sure that this is first and this is the best for the growth. Somebody maybe thinks another. This is my opinion, and I am supporting this kind of policy for growing. So here we define them like total amount of data, personal, commercial, geographical. You see that we make a merge of personal, commercial, geographical. And all of that is available for digital networks, internet, mobile, satellite navigation, and also is used in our mobile applications. Digital economy is trying to monetize these materials like Google, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, IBM, and such data is growing exponentially. 90% of the data now on the internet was created less than 10 years ago. Here are some 21st century factors. The database informations like new functions of workers. How our workers today have new functions, employees, self-employed, undeclared workers, also a new kind of supervision, control, evaluation, and in companies there are many new standards and standardization. Here we come to again to the digital economy. Also a big link between digital government, digital private sector, and digital citizen. What it means, digital revolution. That is all we call today smart, intelligent. Either is that factory, work, organization, governance, city, rural part, energy, everything. Everything had this word before this intelligent. And that is why this SDG 8 is big, and I can say he is most intelligent. And in this part of economic, because SDG 9 is talking about innovations, infrastructure, but how can we have all of this today are also innovations, but how can we talk about infrastructure and innovation if we don't have economic growth. So there is nothing, there are no results without economy. Economy and SDG 8 is first who will improve that SDG 9 to make innovation and to be today, like I said, a successful entrepreneur, successful architect, a successful doctor, lawyer, or any in any field. Here are the decent work about the job. Job changers, digitization, intelligent machines, digital platforms, destruction of jobs, and automation and robotics. This is true. This is true. Destruction of jobs, and we have robotic. Uh, I will go a little faster because I see that I talk a lot. Finally, I can talk really a lot. Finally, important question of our future as intelligent being arise. That we said. Every answer, every question, everything, and every smart thing, smart machines must have that word intelligent. So we have come to the 21st skills, competencies. And if we, like a professor, like anybody, have all of these competencies, if we are a critical thinker, if we are innovator, if we are a collaborator, if we know to solve a problem, we can do and be a big part for our economy. Here are 4 C's: critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, communication. This is good for education, and if we are talking about the economic growth in education. Digital literacy, important. Technical proficiency, who said that today we are together all on this platform Zoom, and Nada lost internet connection, Nada don't have a good sound, Nada don't know to make a mic. Today, all of these parts we must know to fix. So everything today we must have all these competencies. Leadership, I explained at the beginning what is leadership. Literacy, communication, emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the best. Also, here are the factors for our classroom for the growth. I know that many, I'm not alone. I'm not alone on this global platforms. Maybe I started, I think, at March, April, maybe, but not very active. But I am watching around people on this global platform. I see that they adore the certificates. That in Croatia is not. In Croatia we don't have a lot of this kind of certificates. But if I want to talk about our teaching, our method, that certificate may be badge reward. That is something that can push up our students. Some kind of teachers, they are good at pushing them, but for our economies there must be many rewards. There must be many rewards. Why I'm talking about rewards? Because if you get a reward, for example, you make a app for Uber. You must be rewarded for that, because on that way our economy will grow more better. If you make some kind of job and you are not awarded for that, you will not have motivation. So that is what I think, that policies, and for our students, everything they do, we must give them some kind of reward, and that will push them their positive energy. I come to artificial intelligence. That
Dr.
is the
Nada,
yes.
Dr. Nada, 1 hour passed.
Okay, okay. On another we'll talk about this maybe next
Maybe
time.
we need the specified session for
Okay,
artificial
okay.
intelligence.
Sorry. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr.
Thank you
Nada.
very much.
In fact, it's very informative presentations. You talked about many things, focusing on the economy and the digital economy in specific. We talked about many important questions related to entrepreneurship, related to innovations, related to the employment for the men, women, and you talked about something like related to the sustainable tourism and what is important or not important and what is the level of its importance. And you talked about the technology as a vehicle for this change in the economy, reaching to the something related to the digital economy. From my side, I have many questions. I had many, but I will ask you one question related the differences between the developed country and developing country related to the digital economy. We know that difference makes digital exclusion for the developed country. What can we say about this issue?
What can we say about this? We have, when I was talking about this digital economy, I didn't mention that we can have many also problems. Why? Because there is a lack of internet connection. I have many friends from in Nigeria, and they don't have a good internet connection. They are brilliant economics. They are brilliant in digital skills. But that is their problem. And when we talk about the time is very important, because I said step by step, we in every moment we must go according to the technology. And for me, that is a difference, because in some non-developing countries, this cannot be achieved. This cannot be achieved, but I think that people must work more on humanitarian and social activities, and that countries, when we talk about rich and developed countries, for Croatia, Sweden is first. Sweden, Denmark, Finland. For me, somebody will say Croatia is a developed country. For me, Sweden is a developed country. When I am watching and looking the education system in Sweden, I'm really sad that it is not in my country. That is also with this digital economy. I can say today that I have all this, that I can do all of that. I really can. I know I'm a computer expert. I know to make apps, and I have all. I have everything I need to make that. But in a country which is not developed, how can people make one kind of app if you don't have a computer, if you don't have internet connection, if you don't have nothing? And that is a big difference. And I think that this developed countries must work on that and help these countries, because they will never achieve this kind of digital economy.
Yes, thank you. There are, I think, so many questions from the participants. We can begin with Mr. Muhammad.
Hi, hello. So, you say that the digital economy promote the economy. like Uber. Due to Uber's more and more vehicles are contribute in these jobs. My question is that is all digital economies are safe for sustainable environmental?
Do you mean is digital economy sustainable? Is that the question? Can you repeat? I didn't understand what you mean on with Uber and sustainability.
My question is that all digital economy is safe for sustainability of environment.
No, 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 it isn't. No, it isn't for the then we come again to a new question. How are we I need a word for that,
Adapt,
not
adapt,
huh?
adapt between
Yes,
conventions
yes,
and
yes, yes,
technology.
yes, 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 yes. Okay, yes. And if we talk about recycling, reusing, reducing, uh, for me, if we don't have a correct way to put the old computer, old laptop storage, how to storage them, that is a problem also. And that digital economy, how can it is not really full sustainable, it is not good for our wealth, because we are by computers hours and hours, uh, for health also not good.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Muhammad, do you have some kind of great solution for this? I would like to hear what you say for that.
I think not all digital economy is safe for sustainability.
Okay.
Like Uber claims, uh, due to this, more and more vehicles, rickshaws, cars are contribute carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide to the environment. Due to this, and digital economy like mobiles, accessories, due to manufacturing of these industries pollute the environment.
Mhm. Yes. That is that.
Uh,
All of us are different. All of us have. Uh, I'm sure that here, how many participants we have? 24 participants. 24 of other participants will make this topic on another way. So that is
yes,
why I think that it's good to maybe repeat, maybe hear more speakers on one topic, and to listen what they think about this topic, what are their solutions for this. This
yes,
is
okay,
this is
thank
my view. Listen, maybe I have many views, but today I have 45 minutes. And I only choose this. But this is not only my solution. I have many solutions for this. I
yes,
gave only one example.
yes, thank you,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. And now,
Kamal,
Mr. Dari.
can I? Hi.
Yes, yes. There
Yes.
is, yes. Mr.
Thank
Dari,
you very
please.
much. Thank you very much, Dr. Kamal.
Thank you. Thank
I'd,
you.
li-
Thank
I'd,
you.
I'd like to ask Professor Nada. This is very timely as you talk about SDG number 8, decent work and economic growth. In the Philippines, in Asia, our inflation for August of 2021 has gone up to 4.9% as food prices rise because of the pandemic caused by you know um, the supply side factors. Now my
Mhm.
question is, how will inflation affect SDG number 8? That's my first question. And the second one, do you think the target of SDG in 2030 still be achieved as we experience this pandemic? Will it be moved to
No.
2050?
No, no.
Thank you.
2030, this will not be achieved. We will be moved. Inflation, we know that no production, no nothing, that this pandemic time stops that, and the inflation will be big inflation, and really there will be no not economic growth. It will be opposite of that, and we will not achieve these goals. We can talk about that, we can say that we will invest billions, but when we see around us the prices of foods, the prices that are higher every day, there we will not achieve this, I'm sure.
Thank you very much, Professor Nada and Dr. Kamal.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Azuddin. Mr. Azuddin.
Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to thank Dr. Nada for her informative presentation today. And my question is, in the realm of this dichotomy, decent work and economic growth, I'd like to remind myself and you that decent work is about dignity, security, freedom, and equity.
Mm-hmm.
And
That
economic
we
growth.
started at the beginning about that.
Yes, about this. And also economic growth consists of maybe shopping online, advertising online, digital machines, automation machines, robotics, etc. You said this, Ms. Nada.
Yes.
But my question is, to what extent does this economic growth, which is nowadays related to digital economy, to what extent does digital economy guarantee human dignity as a decent work, especially that the example you gave of Uberism, it lacks security both at the social level and healthy level, in the sense that it puts in danger other SDG goals, because it is a kind of self-employment. And when we speak of self-employment, maybe we speak of lack of social security and health security. And thank you in advance. Did you get my question?
Yes. You said that I didn't today. I didn't talk about us like humanic, about the social dimension of the decent work. I mentioned that I said that in Croatia, I'm really one of the main actors who is fighting for that free Sunday for working, for the dignity, to protect the dignity of our workers, especially I said for women, because a woman is a mother and must be with his child at Sunday, and also said that we must have for the decent work. I mentioned that today nobody can't make us to be a slave. We must have our own human and social rights, and yes, we can work for somebody private 10 hours a day, but we must be paid for that work. We must be treated like a human being, not like a slave. and women, and here we comes to the SDG, gender equality. Women and men today must be the same. I said in my country, I don't see a big difference, but in many countries, I see that woman still a woman is not. We must do many on empowering women, also to protect their dignity. Yeah, because one woman, there are still opinions that a woman cannot be a great, I said, doctor, but maybe who knows, a woman can be better than a man. So that is a little sample, and in no government, no country, nowhere a worker must be protected. You be a you be a beautician, you be a hairdresser, you be somebody who is taking care about plastic bottles, or you be the professor, doctor. Everybody today, if we are talking about work, must have the same rights, and must have human dignity, must have, if we said freedom, nobody will go and put us in a prize. Nobody can tell me you will sit there 20 hours and you will not move. I think on that. So decent work, I didn't talk a lot about that, but this is my opinion about that, that we, like human beings, must be treated like human beings. That is that. But that for me is not a part of SDG 8. So I will put that somewhere another. But for decent work, we are talking about us like we must be paid for the work what we do. We must be cared and not be slaved. We must have our main social and human rights. So if we are talking about we work for in public sectors or in private sectors, and yes, today also there is a big difference between working in public sector or in private sector. In public sector, you know that you work 8 hours a day, but at private sector, you know that you will work how much? 12. 13, 14 hours. And that is the main question. Maybe, are you paid for that work? If we are talking about your real job, but if we are talking about honorary works, that is something another. You are working and doing something, and you know that you will not be paid for that work, but you feel you have you want to work on that kinds of works. That is your. But in my country, I'm in a public. I work in a public faculty and also a public high school. I know many colleagues who are working on the private, and there is a really big difference. There is a really big difference between me and them. But that don't mean that if I know that that my shadow is finished today, like example at 2 o'clock, that don't mean that Nada will come home and don't work. The rest of my day is a working day, but the rest of the day is a working day, and I'm working in my home and I have that freedom. But somebody who is working at a private is sitting in that cancellery, and he's going home when he finished his job. But in that case, we must talk about that he must be paid. But that for me is not decent work. That this topic is not for me for this economic growth. That is another topic.
Yeah. Thank you. We have a last question from Ambassador Anigua.
Yeah, well done, come on. Another, you are wonderful, you are another to clients, which as far as teaching is concerned. I have a
Not
question.
clear, Dr.
I
Ndwa,
don't,
not
I
clear.
don't, I didn't understand what he said, what you said now.
Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Yes,
Yes, yes.
yes.
Okay, I say I thank you, Kamal, and my special thanks go to Nada, Dr. Nada. She is a very good ladder to climb as far as intelligence is concerned. Then my question is, we are talking about economic growth, and one of the drivers to economic growth is an innovation that consists of technologies. And I see technology now that will enhance the economic growth. One of the arms that we are one of the drivers to the economic growth is leading to a lot of things. And
Sorry, Dr. Ndwa, we can't hear you.
I can perceive the solar vehicles and solar vehicle that is electronic vehicles. Then this automatically will be pushing petroleum by the side. And in my country,
This is when we talk about economic growth. There our
our
ambassador
major
lost
means
internet
of that
connection.
is oil. Hello, can you hear me?
You're okay, Dr.
Hello,
Ndwa.
hello,
Now can Dr.
hello.
Nada answer? We can't hear you well. We can't hear you well. So I think maybe
Oh.
Dr. Nada catches your question. I don't know.
Oh,
No.
okay. This
Okay,
is a very big
listen,
problem. Maybe
you send me your question. You write it or something like that.
Write it in the chat box, please, Mr. Big.
Yes.
okay.
Any other question?
Here I see Mentor Kovaci. Thank you all. Ambassador, thank you. Thank you very much on this great comments. What motivates you when you go to work in this morning? What frustrates you? Yes, this is good. What motivates you and what frustrates you when you go to work? Really? I'm thinking on that way. Nothing frustrates me, really. In the morning, I say I'm always motivated. And if I will talk about this, what we talk about this money, I am a really What will happen to the producers of oil when solar energy takes over? We must think about a new product because we must take this oil for something else. That is why we must be innovative. Find where will we what will we do with this oil? Something new with oil. Yes, I know many countries are living from the oil, but this solar is taking the money, and I'm sure that soon will be an answer for that. This oil will not disappear. This oil will, the selling will not stop, but maybe not in this way like oil. Something else will be made.
Okay, dears, to thank you very much and to thank you, Dr. Nada, for your great presentations and to thank all the participants for the fruitful discussions. Goodbye and waiting you next Thursday. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you all. Bye.
Goodbye, everybody, and thank you for your nice presentation, Dr. Nada.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Professor Nada.
Bye.
Goodbye. Thank you very much
Bye-bye.
from
Thank
Sierra
you, Dr.
Leone.
Kemal.
Bye from Croatia.